Alright, continuing the wagon wheel stitch, I'm going to show you how to make a bird's nest. So as you can see, it's still got the 5-point star, but instead of meeting in the center, you stop around a circle of its own. This leaves the space in the middle spot for your little birds or your eggs or whatever you want to put in there. I usually sew in a couple of beads to look like eggs, but that is all up to personal preference. And just like with our little rose, you're just gonna start with going over under all the way around, but it is going to look a little bit different at the start because it is such a big contrast. So we're going to go under this one and under this one, and because it is bigger and there's that hole in the center, it's actually going to form this kind of funny little triangle, and it's going to continue to look like a triangle for the first couple of rounds until you've built up enough thread around it to fill in the gaps between it. So now it looks like two triangles. And you're just going to keep going with the over, under, over, under. It's going to look like a little star. And when you're all done, a lot like how the rose bumped up and started to look 3D, the walls of the nest will bump up and they'll fill in those little open spaces you see. And by the time you're done, you'll have a very full, fluffy nest, which you can add in your embellishments. Again, I like little beads. They just look cute. But if you've got more skill than me, you are welcome to add in some little birds or some other nest adjacent thing that you think would want to live here. And just like with the rose, you don't have to use two different colors. That was just so you all could see the contrast between the stitched in lines and the woven thread. And with a woven stitch like this, you're also going to be careful not to hook the fabric underneath because it'll pull the thread in different directions. And it is going to take a lot longer to cover all that yellow thread lines in your wagon wheel bird's nest because it's forming such a big triangle. But slowly but steadily, it will cover it. And that's all there is to it. Just keep going until it's nice and full like your little rose.